2021 Portuguese Grand Prix Fantasy Review brought to you by Fox Blockhead. Sit back and enjoy the ride. The fantasy result for Portugal 2021. First place, Hamilton. He took first place in the race, first place in the fantasy standings, second Verstappen with 37 points, third Bottas with 32. The top constructor this weekend was Mercedes on 70, and Bottas snagged the fastest lap. I think he got that on the second last lap. Verstappen did temporarily take it, but exceeded track limits. His time was deleted. Bottas ended up with the bonus for fastest lap. The full driver result for Portugal 2021 looks like this. Norris in 4th, Perez in 5th, Leclerc, Ocon, Alonso, Ricciardo, and Schumacher. Look at that, Mick Schumacher in 10th. Raikkonen, only one didn't finish. The only one with a minus to his name. Poor fella. And he was out after, I think, 2 laps or something like that. In terms of value for this weekend, a few value picks. Ocon could have been a bit of a sneaky value pick for you. Mick Schumacher as well. But Lando Norris taking home another top value pick. That might have to be another slide. I'll look at that for next time around. Fantasy construction result now. Mercedes with 70 points, Red Bull 55, McLaren 46, and again, the value pick of the weekend with Red Bull coming in a close second. Alpine surprising everyone, I think, with their form, but if you looked at the practice results, you would have said, hey, Alpine, they could be a shot here. Adjust your team, try and get those points in. The Dream Team. Verstappen, Bottas, Norris with the turbo, Ocon, Schumacher and McLaren as the team, 198 points. You would have spent 96.8 to get there, and you'll notice as well, there's a number 1. No, that's not a typo. I found 2 dream teams based on if you were to join for Portugal, 198 points. Have a look at the changes. Bam! Bottas for Perez, McLaren for Red Bull, and you would have got 198. But your value, 99.1. Look at that. Look at that. Trade up on the team, trade down on the driver. Although putting this one, the Dream Team number 2, Verstappen, Perez, and Red Bull, that is a lot of eggs in the Red Bull basket right there. But I'm sure there's some Red Bull fans who would have taken advantage of that. Totally. The dud team now, the bottom 5 drivers, and the bottom team, Russell, Sainz, Latifi, Tsunoda, Raikkonen, and Williams, would have netted you minus 17. Now, I'm sure some people would have put the turbo on Raikkonen this weekend. Sainz, it was a bit of a shocker to have down there. But Russell, Latifi, Tsunoda, Williams, you'll probably guess that. Stay away from those guys. On the whole, of course, you'll need some of those lower cost drivers in your team to make up, because you've got 100 million to spend. Only 100 million to spend. Drivers bonus chance now, season 2021. Remember, if the drivers, if they can get 5 races in a row where they finish in Q3, where they qualify in Q3, they will get a bonus 5 points to their score. So these 6 drivers here, Hamilton, Bottas, Leclerc, Gasly, Norris and Verstappen, all have 3 right now. If they can qualify in Q3 for Spain, they'll be up for a bonus in Monaco. Could be a shout for a turbo. You heard it here. In the race, we only have 5 drivers who have those 3 points. Norris, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Leclerc and Hamilton. Again, they'll be the drivers you're looking at Monaco for a potential bonus 10 if they can finish in the top 10 in the race. So, if you notice, Hamilton, Leclerc, Norris and Verstappen, there are 4 potential drivers there who all could be up for a double bonus, qualifying and the race. Keep an eye on this for those bonuses. Constructors bonus chance now. And if we have a look here, we have in qualifying Mercedes, McLaren, Red Bull all on the board at the moment. Mercedes, McLaren have 2. Red Bull have 1 into Portugal this weekend. And Mercedes and Red Bull both pick up Q3 positions for both of their drivers. McLaren missing out, which means Mercedes after 3 races get a +5 and Red Bull go to Spain with the potential of a +5 in quali. Over to the race, we can look at McLaren, Ferrari and Alpine. All 3 of them up there. McLaren, Ferrari both have 2. Alpine only the 1. How did they go in Portugal? Oh, McLaren with the third one, getting the bonus. Ferrari missing out. Alpine picking up a second one, which means McLaren get plus 10. Alpine get the question mark. Heading into Spain with a possible plus 10 if both drivers can finish in the top 10. 2 races in a row for Alpine. Looking pretty good for Spain. And then into Monaco, both tracks with known overtaking difficulties. Drivers' standings look currently like this, with Hamilton, Verstappen, Norris and Leclerc all staying 1, 2, 3 and 4. You can see on the left there, I'm indicating the change in their position, up or down. Bottas still there in 5th. But if you have a look, 4 different drivers from 4 different teams in the top 4. How good is that? On the right-hand side, you'll see another column labelled change. That's their price change. So that's the price change between, for this one, Imola and Portugal. So I'll take a snapshot right before qualifying each week and then show you what the change was like in the previous round, for the previous round. So that's the current standings. Top 10, bottom 10 look like this. Mick Schumacher looking like a good value pick, picking up points with only 5.7 price tag. Oh, he is driving a Haas though. He's driving a Haas. Nervous. They make me nervous. Raikkonen, he fell down the standings, only 12 points now. Russell with 2, Mazepin and Latifi still trying to crack the 0 after those couple of DNFs. Constructor standings look like this. Mercedes in the lead at the moment, only 19 ahead of Red Bull. McLaren coming 3rd. Ferrari sticking around in 4th. Alpine making a jump. AlphaTauri making a jump. And Aston Martin and Haas falling down the standings after the last week. The driver battles now. If you're looking at picking a driver, if you like a team but you're wondering who should I take out of this team, this is what it's looking like in qualifying. If you can beat your teammate in qualifying, there's a bonus 2 in it for you. So Gasly, Russell and Schumacher, all with a clean sweep at this stage. Oh my goodness. And then in the race, Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc, Norris, Ocon, Schumacher and Russell. I'm trying to look around. What is it? What's going on? I did practice. I promise you, I did practice. They all have the clean sweep right now. They all get 3 points for beating their teammate in the race. So have a look at those. Try and pick your teammates accordingly. You don't want to go for a teammate that's always going to get beaten, but maybe you do. Maybe you want to take a chance on it. Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. On to the private league now. The Blockheads is the league name. The league code is right there. It will also be in the description. Jump in the league, and you could be highlighted right here. The Fantasy League placing. In first place for Portugal, we have Schrothic Team 1. That's two weeks in a row with a really good score there for Schrothic. 189 with a Verstappen, Bottas, Norris, Ocon, Tsunoda, and McLaren team. That would have been a good mix right there. Pretty close to the top score as well. 198, I think, is the top possible dream team if you were to join for Portugal. Nice work there. In second place, we have the Engine Blockheads. That's one of my teams. I went for Stroll, which was a bit of a bummer for this weekend. Leclerc, Gasly, Norris, Verstappen, and McLaren. Maybe I could have done better not taking a Stroll, but you've got to take a punt in fantasy Formula 1. Try and get up there in the standings. In third place, we have Hamilton, Ricciardo, Gasly, Schumacher, Perez, Bottas, and McLaren. 159 for the weekend. Not too shabby for Hamilton. This is the Fantasy League standings right now. The Blockhead still in first. I saw the signs. Hamilton cracking 400, and Schrothic only around for 2 rounds out of the 3, but still 359, climbing up the standings. Climbing every week, doing a really good job. Nice work. 2021 season calendar now looks like this. 3 different drivers. Not 3 different drivers. Hamilton's won 2. Verstappen's won 1. But we do have a change in the calendar. Turkey is replacing Canada. COVID-19 strikes again, and Turkey will be taking over round 7, 11 to 13. Turkey. I like Turkey. Good race. That's only a week after Azerbaijan too. At least it's not as far for them to fly compared to all the way out to Canada for round 7. But yeah, Spain, you can see there, 7th to 9th of May. That is this weekend. It's what you call probably a double header. May 7th to 9th with qualifying 3 p.m. May 8th. I've put that in there because that is when the teams will lock out. You confirm your team by 3 p.m. May 8th. Qualifying local time for the Spanish Grand Prix. It will lock it in. That's how you will gain your points. Now, I'm not sure how it's going to work with the introduction of sprint qualifying, whether it's Friday qualifying that the points will be allocated, whether there'll be bonus points based on sprint qualifying, or whether they're just to ignore sprint qualifying perhaps and go straight to the race. But that will also change starting order and qualifying. It's confusing. Hopefully they come out and say this is how it's going to work, but it is only fantasy Formula One after all. We are here for laughs. We are here for trying to say I'm the best punter here who watches Formula One. Anywho, that is the Portuguese Formula One fantasy review for 2021. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Fox Blockhead. I'll see you next week for another fantasy review, this time after the Spanish Formula One Grand Prix. Until next time, see you later, alligators.